You're now live, it says. Hello on YouTube and on Facebook and on Twitch. Okay, I've got my iPad at the side of me and I'm just going to preview. It says I'm live on one stream, so we should be live on Amazon Live. Okay, I'm going to keep my camera orientation as it is. Okay. All right, hello, welcome. This is live. This is Lights, Camera, Action, broadcasting from BeLive with Stephen, and we'll be talking about cameras and microphones and Fitbits. The picture you can see bottom left is Salisbury Cathedral. The image was taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And I'm chuffed because bottom right-hand corner shows the fact that in the last 12 months, I've done over 1,100 miles during the year, which is a personal record. When it comes to fitness, you're actually challenging yourself all the time. And as you can see, I've been going up and up and up. And now I've got to the stage where I'm actually walking 1,100 miles a year. Next target. The next target, of course, will be 1,200 miles. So, hello and welcome. We are broadcasting today on BeLive. Let's put the logo on screen. 3, 2, 1. Hopefully, and bring the logo over there. Right, so that's the BeLive logo, and we're all good to go, really. So I'm going to switch my second camera off. This is my demonstration area, and let's just have a quick tour of the demonstration area. Over here, you've got the USB hub, which we'll talk about in a moment. You've got trailing cables everywhere. You've got the AfterShokz Aeropex headphones. You've got the Park Runner, the Echo Dot, TP-Link Echo Wi-Fi, and of course around here, you have got a Stream Deck. This is a Blue Yeti microphone, and back over here, Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and it's showing my steps today. And if we go closer to the camera, you can see that I have done 10,213 steps today. Now, 2,000 steps equals 1 mile, so that is equivalent to 5 miles. And I'm taking part in a challenge, and you can see I'm in second place. And I'm taking part in another challenge, which is just a daily challenge. And in that challenge, I am leading, though it has to be said that people from all over the world actually take part in this. So I won't know whether I've won or not, but I'll turn that camera off. And we'll come back to me. Okay, so we're back. Hello, Amazon. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me live today. I'm just going through describing what's going on the screen. So you know we're seeing the Fitbit later, so I can hide that. We'll be looking at photographs taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra as well. And you are watching, if I go this way around, you're watching Steve now. I need to make a change. I need to load some software. So I'm going to take my Stream Deck, which we'll talk about in a moment, and I'm going to go over to cameras, and I'm just going to load some software by clicking a button. Okay, now that is loading software from my desktop. I can see out the corner of my eye that Dr. Elo has joined us, and let's bring that on screen. And hello, Doctor. Long time no see. Hello, Elo. Oh, right. Okay, I've got the software, and that means that I can. Wait a minute. Let's do this instead. Okay, I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go here. That's better. The bit in the corner was slightly annoying. Hello, and if you're watching on Amazon Live, thank you very much. And I've got a comment coming in. Now, if you are watching live on Amazon, if you make a comment, I can show your comments on screen. And if you've got a question, ask the question. But what I'm going to do now, because Efrahin is here, that's Dr. Elo to you and me, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to, for the first time today, put onto the screen the snake. Okay, so the snake is going round and round the screen. If you want to be at the top of the snake, the head of the snake, like Efraheen is, Dr. Elo, then all you need to do is comment. If you comment, you'll appear on the snake. If you appear on the snake, you'll appear on the recording, because this broadcast is going out to Amazon, to YouTube, and to Facebook, and therefore you'll see the recording. So let's go to me. Okay, and I'm broadcasting from be.live. I'll tell you a little bit about be.live later, but it's my favorite way of actually broadcasting to Amazon Live. I'm going to look at the first item in the carousel. We can just confirm that the bots on YouTube have woken up, and the bots on YouTube are now in the lead on the snake. Okay. Okay, and the first camera we're going to look at is the one that you're looking at now. I just want to make sure I've got the right camera. Okay, so there we are. I've got the right camera. Before we go to cameras, I just want to go over here, because this is a special. If I go to here, I can show you this. And this is the microphone you're listening to. This is the Blue Yeti microphone. This is a king amongst microphones. It is the Rolls Royce of microphones. And today, it is on discount. There is 31% off this microphone today, $40 saving. Basically, a microphone, you're actually listening to it, so you can judge the sound quality. The control-wise, you've got controls for, right, you have got control, sorry, somebody got a message on my phone then. Controls for gain and volume. You've got an on-off, a mute switch, and then on the back you can plug in a wired microphone, or you can change from being a single-person microphone to a two-person microphone to a group microphone simply by changing the dial. At the moment, it's set up just for me. But the thing is, by the microphone, then you judge the quality of the microphone by what you actually hear. And you're hearing the Blue Yeti now. I think it's got quite a good bass on it. It's got a good range. And nobody ever got fired for buying a Blue Yeti microphone. Blue is the name of the company. Blue are now owned by Logitech. So strictly speaking, this is Logitech Blue Yeti microphone, and you're listening to it now. And just a reminder, it is $40 off today, 31% saving if you click the link in the carousel. So let's go back to cameras, and we're looking at the Zoom certified. We're looking at this camera. This is the Nexigo camera. Now, Nexigo are an American brand based just outside Seattle. And 3 years ago, they took a look at the webcam market and decided there was a gap. So they now have a range of 15 webcams from $60 up to $169.99. Now, the N970p today is 6% discount. So you save $10 if you buy the microphone today. Sorry, webcam. Just a minute. This is my second show today, and I'm misspeaking. Okay, let's just relax a moment. I went out for my customary walk today, earlier today, at 11:30. I go out the door. I'm armed with these headphones, which you'll meet in a bit. I also have my mobile phone, which is the thing that keeps sending me messages. And of course, my Fitbit. All these items are actually down in the carousel. Yeah, this is the first color Fitbit. Let me see if I can show you the, no, I can't. Just a minute. It's the first color Fitbit, and it's got GPS. So we'll be looking at that shortly. But as to this camera, the Nexigo N970p, I'm going to show you the main features, and then I'm going to do a short demonstration. So don't go anywhere. In a couple of minutes, I'll demonstrate what the camera can do. It is a Nexigo N970p webcam. It is Zoom certified. So it's certified for use on Zoom calls. It's got onboard flash memory. Now, this is important. This is the first time I've seen this on a webcam. You spend a lot of time getting the angles right, getting the color right, getting the contrast right, the brightness right, get it perfect. So you can go live on your Zoom call or Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch looking good. Because the whole idea of a webcam is to make you look good. Yeah. And basic. That's also why I bought this webcam. This is the best picture I've seen on a webcam ever, and I've got other cameras, so it's the best picture. We want to look good, so you do all your settings, yeah, and then that's it. But if you have a Nexago 970p, you can take the camera and its remote control, put it on somebody else's computer, and it will work as if it was on your computer, because it's got onboard flash memory, which saves all the settings. Okay, I'm excited today. I don't know why. AI-powered auto framing. I think I know why, actually. I'll tell you in a minute. Right. This is a conference camera. I mean, it's brilliant. I use it solo, just me on camera, and it's brilliant for that. But it also is a conference camera, and it's got built-in AI. So it will auto frame. If there are 3 people on screen, it will widen its angle to get 3 people. If there are 5 people on screen, it will widen its angle to 5 people. And it's done. I don't need to do anything. That's all done by the camera because of its adjustable field of view. Okay. Now, it has dual noise cancelling microphones. And this is important. Noise cancellation is important. When you're looking at a webcam or a microphone, do check you've got noise cancellation. Noise cancellation cuts out all background noises, and it also cuts out, if your dog barks, the only person who'll hear the dog is you if you've got noise cancellation. The camera works with Microsoft Teams, WebEx, Google, anything Google. And this is the big point. This is what makes this camera different. The Nexago 970p is built with a Sony CMOS sensor that features 3840 by 2160, ultra high definition at 30 frames per second. Okay, in English, 3840 by 2160 is 4K. Yeah, 3840 by 2160 is a 4K camera. 4K camera out the box, plug it in, recognized on PC and Mac, and you can then use OBS to go live on YouTube. People can watch you in 4K, people can watch you live and watch the replay in 4K. As soon as you've got a 4K webcam, you can record content on your computer in 4K. And very few people are doing it. Most people are going for 1080p, 720p. You can go for 4K, which is the clearest picture that is possible. And if you're creating how-to videos, or you're creating marketing content and you're appearing on camera, 4K camera is the way to do it right now, because once you've done that, you can embed the video with a player on your website. You can put it onto Vimeo, you can put it onto YouTube. So a 4K video is useful right now. And you can use Camtasia to actually do that. Okay, so we've explained that. The next thing is, as I said earlier, it directly saves the settings to the camera. So if I change anything, if I change the color, the brightness, it will be saved to the camera. I'll show you. And the next feature, before we go to a demonstration, I've got a message coming in from Fitbit. Messages are coming in all over the place today. Now, the reason it makes a great conference camera is it's got advanced face detection. 1 person on screen, it features 1 person. 3 people on screen, it expands to 3 people. 5, it expands to 5 people automatically. Okay, so it will show everybody on camera. The other thing is that this camera is supplied with a remote, and it's got 10 times digital zoom. I love doing this because you don't have to mess about with software. I can just zoom in and I can zoom out again. I can go left over to the chess set. That's pop-up chess set. It's not in the carousel, but I do enjoy playing chess. And if you want a game, there's a chessboard there and you can make the move. I'll come back to me. So that's basically, I can go down, I can go up, all with the remote control, and then I can come back to the place I first thought of. But I can actually have up to 10 different presets, and set a preset. I determine the view I want, and then press preset, press the number, that's it. So if I go to number 2, then it zooms out and you can see my office now. Let's take the snake off. We'll bring the snake back when somebody else comments. So the snake is getting zapped. It's going to hibernation. And I'm going to, I think that's a bit better. So this remote allows you to control the camera, and you can control the what it's actually showing. Yeah, I can zoom in slowly. I can zoom out again. But that's not all. If I zoom in again, it looks like a TV remote, doesn't it? But unlike a TV remote, I can have an on-screen menu. And with the on-screen menu, I can change anything I like. I can go to the exposure and I can take automatic and put it onto manual or SAE, or I can go brighter, or I can go automatic again. That's the first thing I can change. Or I can come down, I can change the color. Now it's on automatic at the moment, which is basically determining how I should look, the best look. I take it off and go to manual and come down to you. Then you can have a bit of fun because I can change the color. Yeah, I can go yellow and I can go purple. Okay, so you can have, there is a practical point to this. You can actually adjust the colors exactly as you want them, and they will be saved to the camera. So when you take the camera to another computer, it will work just like it does on your computer. Okay, I suppose being purple might put people off. So let's go back to yellow. Okay, and then back to 4, and I'm going to go back up and I'm going to switch to, you guessed it, back to automatic. Okay, so with this, I've got total control. If I go to the next one down, to the image, I can set the brightness, contrast, and sharpness to suit me. I can also flip. If I go here, I can flip. I can go from here to over there. If I get it right, just a minute. I can go from side to side. I can also go this way. That's probably not the best way to look. I'll come back. But the other thing I can do is I can go to black and white mode. Okay, so this is an Exigo N970p. It is a conference camera. It's a great solo camera too. It is 4K. In a browser, it does 1080 and 720. It's a very reliable camera. I've had no problems with it at all. It is about 7 inches wide. It sits on top of my monitor, but you could equally well put any of the cameras that I'm showing you today, just a minute, I lost my mouse then, onto a tripod. Okay, this is the LumeCube tripod, which is down in the stand. And if I go over here, the LumeCube tripod today is, just a minute, $34.99. And this is a beautiful tripod. You've got the 3 legs, which you can, I mean, I love the style of this. This is stylish. This is minimalist. You've got the 3 legs, which you can lock into place. You've got the central pole, which is 12 inches extendable, 30 inches. And then you have on top a ball joint. And this is great for lighting. It's great for the Oswald camera that you can see there. So this stand, which is down in the carousel at $34.99 from Lume, who we know make lights. Yeah. And this is the first stand that they've made. Okay, so let's come back to the camera again. And if I go here, okay. Right. Okay, I suppose what I better do, because you know what's going on, but nobody else does. If I come down, hopefully to image again, and I come down to black and white, I can come back to color. Okay. I've done that before now. So the camera in the webcam is a Sony lens. It is 4K. You can go live on YouTube. You can record local content on 4K. It is the best we can do. You can use Camtasia to do that. And as I said, I chose this camera because of the quality of the image. and hopefully you agree. Okay, so let's go and look at something else. Now, it just so happens, because I'm going to go all over the place this afternoon. I've decided to experiment a bit. The next item down in the carousel, I'll take the logo off. Remember, I am broadcasting from BeLive. So let's just take the logo off and apply. The next item we're looking at is down in the carousel. What I'm going to do is going to change cameras for a moment. I'll leave you here. And in the background, what's happening is I'm just changing cameras. Okay, so I'll be back in a second. Oh, wait a minute, I've got a technical problem. Just let me go here. Need to close that, need to open that and go there. Okay, we're back on a different camera and I now need to load the software. So back over to the Stream Deck and load the camera software just by simply pressing a button. My memory's in this Stream Deck. I'll explain all about it later, but this is great. If you use a lot of Chrome tabs or you use a lot of applications in your daily routine, Stream Deck can save you time. It's not just for streamers, it's for everybody. If you want to save time and therefore money, then Stream Deck is the way to do it. And we've loaded the software. So with the software, I can do this. Okay, so let's go this way. That's better. Okay, so now oh, wait a minute. No, not quite. Nudge it again. I've got the chess set. Okay. The next item is down in the carousel, and it is the Logitech LitraGlow Lite. I'm showing it to you because today the Logitech LitraGlow Lite is on discount. In live broadcasting, you need three things, at least three. Camera, and we've talked about the Nexigo camera. 2, microphone. We've talked about a Blue Yeti microphone. And 3, lighting. And my choice of lighting is this. This is the Logitech LitraGlow. Now, I saw months ago now a broadcast by my good friend Marco Novo in Portugal. And he was talking to Daniel Zigman of Logitech. And they were talking about Logitech cameras, the sort of 920, the Brio, and the Mevo as well, I think they talked about. And then Daniel showed this light. I thought, brilliant. Because I had 2 softboxes, which softboxes are brilliant. They used to shine on the wall in front of me, bounce back, and the lighting was perfect. But the thing about a softbox is it's made of fabric. And sooner or later, that fabric begins to deteriorate. And Sai is here, just a minute. Sai. Hi, Stephen. As you may remember, I had a crazy complicated surgery 6 weeks ago and my stomach completely removed. So my first real food last night, a yummy sloppy Joe. What did you have last night? Ah, right. Okay. Sai, hello. And that's, yeah. I didn't have a sloppy Joe. Angelica cooked last night. It was delicious, but she didn't tell me what was in it. It was good. It was really good. I think there's some pita bread in there somewhere. So that's what I had last night. What's on the menu tonight? What are you going to go for tonight? And thanks for joining. Brilliant. Wish you a continued speedy recovery. Okay, so whilst we learn what Sai's cooking up for tonight, tonight we're having, before you ask me, tonight we're having stew. And a comment coming in from Sai. Leftovers. Okay, tonight we're having a stew, which is I know it's in the slow cooker, which is absolutely brilliant. Angelica is on town hall business tonight. So she's leaving at 7 o'clock. So we're having to eat early tonight. So I'm looking forward to a stew. after this broadcast, in actual fact. So yeah, Stu is on the menu. Okay, this is the Logitech Litra Glow light, which is down in the carousel. And when you get the light, okay, it's very small, yeah, but it's quite powerful. It's friendly. It's safe for use 24 hours a day. It's designed for gamers and for broadcasters. And we know gamers can play games for 8 to 10 hours. This is safe to use all day. On the back, you have an on-off switch. You have a brightness control and a temperature control. Put it over the back of your monitor, and you can then control it using the controls, or you can use software. And if you just give me a second, I'll load the software. As I said, I saw this light and I got rid of the soft boxes and bought this light. In fact, I bought 2 of this light. Okay, and whilst I'm setting up, what I'm going to do, I have a friend in Atlanta. His name, oh, wait a minute. His name is Jim Ziegler, and he's in the motor trade and well known, more respected in the motor trade. And he sent me this video about the Logitech Litra Glow light. So I'm going to play it to you now. I wasn't expecting this, but it's amazing. Jim just sent it. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to switch my microphone off. I'm going to switch my microphone off and press play.
Jim Ziegler, the Alpha Dog. If you don't know me, I'm Jim Ziegler. I'm 75 years old. I'm an internet millionaire. 75 years old. Lifetime Achievement Awards behind me. I want to give a shout out to my good friend Stephen Healy. Now, Stephen Healy is a friend of mine in the UK. I've known him for about 15 years. I met him on social media. We've never shaken hands, but he's a great friend, and he's been a mentor to me in all things technical. Now, I think of Stephen Healy as Mr. Gadget, the gadget guy. He's got stuff that is incredible. Now, I do a lot of work on social media. I make my money on social media. I've got 150,000 friends and followers. So when I'm on social media and I'm using a camera and I'm using these devices, I have relied heavily on Stephen Healy. And recently, Stephen says, Jim, your lighting isn't right. Well, it's kind of hard to get lighting. And like I say, I'm not technological by nature. So he suggested that I get the Logitech Ultra Light. Logitech Ultra Light, Ultra Glow. Look at this thing. Here it is. I just bought it. I'm using it right now. And one thing about the Ultra Glow is it takes all the shadows. I always wear a hat. And since I wear a hat, my eyes are always dark. Right now, you can see my full facial features. The background is clear. And the cool thing about the ultralight that Stephen didn't say is if you use a virtual background, it doesn't distort. One of the problems with the virtual background is you get distortion because the lighting doesn't pick it up. Guess what? I can use a virtual background that I use in my business and it doesn't distort. I love that. So this is just a shout out to my good friend in the UK, Stephen Healy. And Stephen is representing Amazon with a lot of great projects, products, and gadgets. The guy's incredible. So anyway, this is Jim Ziegler. I'm talking about, I just purchased the Ultra Glow Logitech that Stephen had recommended on LinkedIn and some of the social media that I'm on. So anyway,
Right. I want to say thank you to Jim Ziegler. Jim lives in Atlanta. He's a great friend. We've known each other since 2005, and he sent me that video because he saw me presenting the Logitech Litra Glow light, and he went out and bought one. And absolutely brilliant. So I'm just going to change camera again, just a second, because I've gone a bit fuzzy. Let's go here. Oh, I came back then, didn't I? Let's try again. I'm back again. Okay. So a big thank you to Jim. This is basically an amazing light. If I go, first of all, I've got the software, which is from Logitech, and I can switch the light on. Simple as that. So the light that's lighting me at the moment is this Logitech Litra Glow, and it's only about 2 inches square. Yeah, it's a very soft light. It's not in your face, and it lights your broadcasting studio so that people can actually see you when you go live. It's ideal. It's the only thing you need really, and it is on discount today, as we say. Don't tell Jim, but it's cheaper today. I think "Don't tell Jim" could be a catchphrase. 17% off. It's normally $59.99. It's $49.99 today, if you click the link in the carousel. Now, whilst I'm live as an Amazon Live broadcaster, I don't work for Amazon. I'm independent. I get discounts given to me as I go live on certain items in the carousel. They are active whilst I'm live. So I will tell you what the discounts are, then you decide. Now, when you click a link in the carousel, you're not buying anything. All you're actually doing is getting more information. And then you can use that information to decide whether to buy or not. So my big thank you to my good friend, Mr. Jim Ziegler, who loves his Litra Glow light. Okay, so that's Litra Glow light. We've talked about the Lume Cube stand, which you can put the light on. Because the thing about the light is you can extend it like that, bring it down again. You can fold it forwards. You can just a minute. You can angle it sideways. Mine is like that at the moment on top of my monitor, and that's providing enough light for you to see me. It just goes over the back of your monitor like that. Now, if you wish, you can take that light off there, and you can then put that light onto the Lume Cube stand. Basically, using the thread that's underneath, you can fasten this onto the Lume Cube stand, and all you need to do is just take it off of the stand it's on. Let's just show you that. I keep telling you things, but it's obviously best if I show you. Back to me. My light is now in 2 pieces. Okay, I've taken the light off the stand, and I could just put this light now, because it's got a thread at the bottom. I can put it onto the Lume Cube stand. So easy to do. And then if it's on the Lume Cube stand, it's not fixed on your monitor, and you can put the light anywhere. Because if you think about it, I can move this stand anywhere on my desking. Yeah, and the light would be on top, and I could angle the light so that I was well lit. Every Sunday evening, I go through. I've got 4 cameras, 3 microphones, and 2 lights. I go through everything and make sure it's working. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this light back on its stand, just to show you how easy this is, because I'm doing this live. Okay, how daring is that? Okay, so there we are. It's back in one piece. I think that's the first time I've done that, and possibly because which way around is it? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and then you can extend it, put it down again. So that's the Logitech Litra Glow light, and we just looked at the Lume Cube stand, $34.99, the most stylish stand I've seen. This is it, Lume Cube, 3 feet, lock into place, central tube 12 to 30 inches, and a ball joint on top, so you can actually put your lights or your camera on there. Okay, right, the next item in the carousel is a Lamical stand, and I'm just going to pick this one. I'm going to show you the Lamical tablet stand, and I love good design, and the Lamical tablet stand today is, just a second, I've got another comment coming in, just a second. Just give me a sec. The Lamicall tablet stand is $16.99. It's 32% off today. And if I go here, one of the things I love is good design. And this is the Lamicall tablet stand that's down in the carousel. I love the design. You can angle it like so. It's stainless steel, polished stainless steel, and it just looks so good. And on the back, your cables can go through there. Now, if you put your tablet on here, yeah, it is solid, okay, because the design is so good. You just put that down on the table. Let's do that. If we can, you just put it down on the table like so. Your tablet goes in. You can adjust the angle, and okay, and there you are. So that's the Lamicall tablet stand, $16.99, 32% discount. And I'm taking a question from Sai. Did you say she's an organist? How cool. Right. Okay. Mum's an organist at church. Angelica can play piano and guitar. And also she's a German language tutor. Her full-time occupation is teaching people to understand, to speak and read German. And Angelica and I do a broadcast together, alternate Fridays on Facebook, which is called Ask Angelica. And we've been doing it now for 6 years. And we have great fun doing it. And you find it on Facebook under Ask Angelica. Thank you, Si. Okay. Right, thank you for watching me live on Amazon Live today. I do appreciate it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch cameras because I'm going to show you another stand. These are things in the carousel. I mean, do sort of go through the carousel and take a look. But what I want to show you now is hiding back over here. And this is the IPEVO uplift stand. And if I go back here, okay, this is the IPEVO uplift stand, which is down in the carousel. I've kept the sticker on it because, yeah. And the thing about this stand, this is a stand for a mobile camera, just adjust the clamps. But the thing is, if you're presenting a show, and that show is anything to do with cooking or design, and you want to use your mobile phone as a second camera, this is the ideal stand to do it. This is from IPEVO. It was recommended to me by Chris de Boven. Chris is a good friend in Belgium. And basically what you have, if I put that there and turn it sideways, is you have a joint down there. Okay, so you can change that. You've got a joint there. You change that, and then you've got a joint at the top. Okay. Now, the idea is that if you're doing a cookery demonstration, you put your mobile phone in the clamp, and it will take larger phones, but this weighs so much. This is metal. This is solid. It's not going to fall over, and it's unlikely to get knocked over as well. This is a very solid piece of kit. So if you're doing a cookery demonstration, you've got a mobile camera in there as your second camera, then I would suggest this. Because if you think about, if I go here, if we take your standard stand like this one, the tripod stand, not in the carousel, then that's flimsy. You can knock it over. This, you're unlikely to knock it over. Now, if you click the link in the carousel, you'll find that IPEVO actually do document cameras as well. And basically, two things you can do. Just a minute. It's $51.92 today, 12% discount. If you put the joint that way, then you can use your camera pointing downwards at a surface. Okay. But if you go to the IPEVO page, you'll find that IPEVO have a series of stands and they have a document camera there. Now, the document camera built in makes life a lot easier because then document camera can photograph the document that's actually underneath and then using a projector, ping it over to a whiteboard. So a wide range of IPEVO stands. This was recommended to me. It's my favorite stand for when I'm broadcasting on mobile. I just put my mobile phone in there and it just simply works. Okay, so that's the IPEVO. And today it is on discount, 12% off, $51.92. Okay, I think I'm just going to check the comments a minute. Just let me put that down. I'll try and put things back where they came from so I don't have to tidy up afterwards. Right, okay, let's come in again to here. Have I got the right camera? That's the question. Just a minute. Yeah, I have. Okay, so you can, I'll leave the IPEVO stand there so you can remember it. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, coming over here, is this. And what I can do, if you just give me a second to set this up, if I go here and I go down here, the next item, let me go, just want to flick through some pictures or get through some pictures. Okay, let's bring this on screen. Okay, we're going to talk about Aeropex. If you want to talk about Fitbits, you'll find a Fitbit in the carousel. We've talked about the Nexigo camera. Let's go picture in picture on this, just a minute. Take it off full screen. Thank you, Jim. Don't need that card. And I'm just going to go picture in picture. The headphones we'll look at in a moment. These are all down in the carousel. I'm just going through the carousel. The Aftershokz Aeropex are in the carousel. Those are my favorite headphones. We've talked about the Blue Yeti microphone. And if I scroll along here, this is all because I'm on BeLive. Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, the Elgato Stream Deck. And if I come over here to the one I'm looking for, just a second, I'm looking for this. Okay, down in the carousel now is the powered USB hub. It is $42.99, 7% off. You save $3. Now, I've got 4 cameras and 3 microphones and a light. I've got a Microsoft Surface Book 2. It only has 2 slots. So I can't plug in 4 cameras, 3 microphones and a light. There's not enough space. So I needed a USB hub. And the one I'm showing you now, I'll bring this in as well. Okay, here is my USB hub, the one that's in the picture. And the basic thing is that into here, there are 7 blue rectangles you can see. The 7 blue rectangles, you can plug a camera, a microphone, anything you want to plug into your computer in there. So I've got 4 cameras and 2 microphones plugged in at the moment, and the Logitech LitraGlow light. The thing, if you look down, so physically I've got one. Let's just switch that off again. If you look at the image, I'm just going to change around because I feel more at home when I'm on this side. This is not going to work, is it? Okay. I'm going to go there. Just a minute. No, I've broken it. Just a minute. Just a minute. I'm back now. Okay, I broke it for a moment. Just let me close something. And we're going to go picture in picture now. You can see that next to each of the blue rectangles is a power switch. The thing is that this is not a drain on your PC or Mac. You plug it into the mains using the plug on the right. You plug in your cameras and microphones, and you can switch them on and off individually. Now, I've been using this for a while now, and the thing that I found is before I switch my computer on, I switch on all the cameras and microphones. This is not a drain on my computer's resources. And it means that when I switch my computer on, it starts faster. This is my observation. Because I switched all the cameras and microphones on before I switched the computer on, it starts faster and it's not got the same drain, because the power to drive your microphones and webcams is coming direct from the mains. This is important. So the next feature on here is you can see 3 red slots, and if you look closely at the bottom, you can see a 4th slot. Those are recharging slots, and I use them to recharge my headphones, to recharge my Fitbit. So basically, there are so many uses for this. You've got 4 recharge sockets and you've got 7 live sockets for using microphones and cameras. It is on discount today. It's $42.99, which is 7% off. This is a game changer. This has changed the way I work. This has meant if I go here and I go here, just a second. This has meant that I can have 2 cameras on screen. Yeah. This unit means I can have 2 cameras. I can have 3 microphones. I've got 4 cameras in total, 4 cameras, 2 microphones and a light, and they're all plugged into this USB box and everything works. The important thing here is that by plugging something into this box, it can be used by the computer. And in addition to that, it's independent of the computer. The power is coming directly from the mains. There is no drain on your computer. This is the Windows one. And there is, of course, a Mac equivalent. And if you click the link in the carousel, you'll find out more about this 7-way USB hub, which I've been using now for months. And it's allowed me to have all the cameras and all the microphones. And the cameras are important because the second camera I can use for me, I can use for the desktop, I can use it to show you the view outside my window. Yeah. I can do all sorts of things. Anyway, thank you for bearing with me. I'm going to come back to me. Okay. Don't forget the IPEVO stand is down there. So that's the powered USB. It has changed the way I work. It's my best purchase of 2022 because it does allow me to have multiple cameras, multiple microphones in the same place, attached to the same computer. Okay, next. And the next thing I'm going to go to is here. I've been live broadcasting now for 8 years. And 8 years ago was before Facebook Live. And we're all on a platform called Blab. And Blab was 4 people on screen and a chat. Okay, before Facebook Live. Then Facebook Live came along. And there were hundreds of broadcasters. And we all said, we need to up our game. We need to have an external camera and external microphone. In our hundreds, and then in our thousands, and then in our millions, we went out and we bought a particular camera. And that camera is the Logitech C920X. This is the first camera I bought. This camera is 8 years old. It works perfectly now. It is the ideal starting camera. You've got the lens, which is 78 degrees. You've got twin microphones, which pick up the sound all around, omnidirectional microphones. You can put it on the back of your monitor, like so, or, as we saw earlier, it's got a thread in the bottom. You can put it onto a tripod. And this camera is 1080p and 720p, which is standard for browser-based broadcasting. And I've used this since I had it. It is just a quality camera. Logitech are a quality company. They're based in Newark in California. They're Swiss-American. And this camera has stood me in good stead. I used it for years until I got the Brio, in actual fact. This is the ideal first camera. if you're starting out on Zoom or Facebook or YouTube, Twitter and Twitch, you're looking for a camera, this is the one. This is the reliable one. No fuss, no frills, just works. Yeah. And you just put it on top of your monitor and that's it. Let's look at the main features. And I'm going to go up here and go back here just a second. I'll give you the main features of this because this is my first webcam, Logitech C920X. The X stands for something extra. I'll show you that in a minute. There is something extra comes with the camera. $69.99 and you get something extra. It is full 1080p, 30 frames per second. It's got clear stereo audio from 2 omnidirectional microphones. It's got HD light auto correction. Now, unfortunately, this camera is not plugged in, so I can't show you that. I can tell you about it. Basically, HD light auto correction. If the lights go dimmer, then the camera will compensate. It's got advanced capture software, which I showed you earlier, which can change the way you look on screen. So you can go from here to here. Okay, this is my studio. So the software allows you to basically get the right angle. So let's come back to me again.